What's up, bro?
How are you?
All right, how are you?
Great, thank you.
So, man, we've known each other a couple of years, and I haven't got an opportunity to actually sit down and talk to you about kind of how you got into everything you do, and then also, I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't really know your story either.
Yeah, well, it started. The Key Mexico story started in 2010 with my mom and me at the beginning trying to do something for our own, not staying always in a restaurant. So we decided to start selling salsas at the farmers market in 2010. We had 4 different ones, which we still do. The ones that you get at the guacamole show, with the guacamole show at the restaurant. Those are the originals, the OGs that we all have always
What's
had.
the signature? What are those, like the names of those and what's in them?
So we have the Jade, which is the most popular, is the avocado jalapeno tomatillo. That's a raw salsa, so nothing is cooked. It's just like
Is that similar, kind of like verde, kind of, or?
I mean, it's verde.
Okay.
Verde means green.
Okay, yeah, okay, I got you. Okay, so that could be anything, I guess. Then.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So because we have actually two verdes or
Okay.
2 greens.
Okay.
And the next one is the Pacifico, which is almost the same as the Jade, but the difference is that it doesn't have any avocado, and all the ingredients are roasted. So of course it changes the flavor to a more smoky one, a cooked, tomatillo.
Yeah.
Both of them are mild. We use the Jade for the tacos. So whenever you go to the restaurant and if there's a salsa choice in the tacos, you can pick either that one or the Diablo, which is our third one.
Got you.
That one is the chile de árbol with tomatillo and jalapenos too, and also the final one, it's the Volcan, which is chipotle, jalapeno, and roasted tomato.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like all of them have almost the same ingredients, which they do, but
right, it's
they
different.
have
It's
different flavors.
Right, because you mix into there's one less in one and one addition to another, which changes the entire.
Yeah, and that's funny because that's Mexican cuisine.
Yeah.
It usually starts with tortillas or something with corn, made out of corn, and then the salsa, which usually peppers and tomatoes and a couple of spices, and then everything else, But all the Mexican food, or a lot of the Mexican food, is like that. It's just funny,
right,
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is interesting how that works. You make a good point though, because they all start with like the staple ingredients, and then you can make all these other things with it.
Yeah, it's very diverse, I guess. It changes a lot when you switch one ingredient or the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, when we were at the farmers market the first time we tried it, we sold out in like an hour. We got 12 jars of each of the 4 salsas, but they sold so fast that we didn't have anything else to do until the end of the market. You couldn't leave earlier because those were the rules, which I don't mind, but it was just like we were not prepared for this. So we started to bring more and more, like 3 dozen, 4 dozen, and every time we sell out. So we decided the next season of the farmers market to start doing food.
And this is still when you're working full time in a restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom and and me at the beginning, like I said, we were full time at the restaurant.
Yeah.
When we decided to start selling the tacos, we cooked at my mom's house. The prep there and get everything ready for the next day. It was we loved the farmers market, but it was a pain in the butt. We had to get out of work around 10 o'clock on Friday night and then go to my mom's house and finish cooking everything. We would finish by around 1 o'clock in the morning and then wake up at 5 to load everything up and get to the farmers market at 6 and start selling at 7.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it was hard work, but we love to be there. And of course, it means a lot to us, the market, because that propelled us to where we are right
What was
now.
the motivation for starting that? Was it just you were tired of working for someone else and you just wanted to do your own
thing? For
thing?
me, that was the main reason.
Yeah.
My mom has always been an entrepreneur, and she always wants to do something else. Not anymore, but I guess we got to the point where she's very happy where we're at.
Right.
But yeah, she has always had that feeling or that itch to do something else, especially to own something and me too. By that time, I was 10 years 10 years into the restaurant business, which I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I first got to the States, I hated it. I hated it for 5-6 years. I went to college. I was going to LSUS and working at the restaurant, but I was like, when I'm finished college, I'm never gonna work in a restaurant again, ever, because I hate it. I graduated in 2007, and that didn't happen. Even though I looked for whatever I really wanted to do, which was marketing, advertising, all that stuff, I just didn't click with anyone or any companies. So, but 2009, I was really burned out on restaurants. So, whenever my mom started doing or came up with the idea of the salsas, I was like, well, yeah, let's do it. Let's try. I don't have anything to lose, So we started with the salsas, and then the next season of the farmers market, we started doing the tacos, which we started with breakfast tacos first, which were chorizo and eggs, and then the poblano, mushrooms and eggs, and then little by little we started adapting the menu to the clientele, also to find out what people liked and didn't. So that's how basically we built most of our menu that we have now at Key Mexico.
Okay.
So after the breakfast tacos, we noticed at around 10 o'clock or 10:30, nobody would buy breakfast anymore, like meaning eggs. So of course, my mom, being very creative and quick thinker.
Yeah, quick on her feet.
Yeah, so she's like, okay, I'll be right back. She went to the Mexican store, get some steak, grilling it, chop it, mix it with a little bit of salsa, a little bit of chorizo left, green onions, and voila, we have the biste taco that we have now at the restaurant. After that, we had some leftover of the mushrooms and poblano peppers, so we decided to mix it with chicken and the creamy sauce, and voila, the poblano, which is the best seller.
Dude, it's so good. I can't resist it. God, it's so good.
Nobody. Even people that don't like mushrooms.
I didn't even know it had mushrooms on it. I never knew that. I never read it. I just saw poblano. I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah. Anyway, if we started like that, when my brother joined, he started bringing special tacos or special items to the farmers market, which again some of them became part of the menu that we have now at the restaurant, like the gringa with the cheese crust and the pork chop.
Yeah.
That was like a special. The shrimp taco too, and also I can't remember any other one. Oh yeah, the chiquitibum, the steak with nopal.
That's good, yeah.
So most of our menu came out from the farmers market, and people at the beginning were like, I don't know, it sounds weird. And of course, sorry, I almost forgot about the cochinita, my favorite, the cochinita, which has always been from the beginning, since we started selling tacos at the market on the menu, because that was the cochinita and then the breakfast tacos, and then we switched to everything else. So at the beginning, people were like, I don't know about those kind of tacos, they sound different, not weird. Luckily, we have a few friends and, of course, very loyal customers that jump in and try them and started spreading the word. And little by little, we started to bring more people in, more and more and more and more and more, to the point where there was a 30-minute waiting line for a taco. Another funny fact, when we were at the market, that we didn't have the gas griddles yet, so we used the little pancake griddles, the electric ones.
Yeah.
So it would take forever to make a taco, to make it right. The breakers would pop because we would plug like 4 or 5, and if it was windy or rainy, they would never heat. So it was like a little frustrating, but it was a good lesson. Yeah. So little by little, we were building a clientele, a solid clientele, and seeing the line waiting for us every Saturday it was like, hell yeah, we're doing it right, and let's keep going. We had a couple of people trying to invest with us, like trying to open a restaurant with us, but I guess we're a little greedy because we just wanted to do it our own way.
Well, it's probably because you already had worked for other people and you probably knew what you wanted to do. And anytime you bring anyone else in, it's like, well, you know, especially if they're footing the bill, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So we decided to wait. We, for 5 years, from 2010 to 2015, we all had our own jobs, but Key Mexico was still our side gig. Everything that we were making from Key Mexico, we saved it. We didn't get paid from there. You know, we were just like save it until we were ready. Fortunately, we were still growing. So from the farmers market, we jumped to Great Raft on Fridays. So we were doing both, and that gave us another big jump, another big pump on our clientele. And we were doing caterings, and we were doing anything that we could find. My mom always had that saying, like, say yes to everything.
Right.
So we did. And it was just like, suddenly got really busy, and we were pretty happy with it.
What's the craziest thing you did during that time, you think, like the biggest thing that was like overwhelming maybe?
Yeah, we did, I think, 150 people.
Yeah.
But we have never done that kind of, that amount of people. So, and we went with special items that we have never done. And we didn't have a commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
It was insane. The worst part about not having a commercial kitchen was the dishes.
Yeah, people don't understand that it's so bad.
They're a curse, man. You just turn around and it's full again. The sink is full again. You know, it sucks. But I mean, you gotta do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all had our jobs until 2015 when finally we're like, okay, let's do it. I had my job, and suddenly I had the chance to go to or leave, take off from my work, and my mom had to go to Mexico. My parents had a little apartment over there that they sold, and that kind of like completed our budget, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay.
A very small budget,
yeah.
by the way. So I had to do that. So I was like, okay, let's go. When we came back, we started searching for places, for buildings for our store. We searched downtown. It was too expensive or too old or too much work to do. We searched on Line Avenue, and no, they were asking crazy things. So I was like, no. Finally, when we went to look at the old El Chicos, aka Onos, aka Old Pepitos, first we were like, oh, this place is huge. I love the kitchen, but they're asking too much money for the rent for us because
right.
we didn't have a really small budget. When we finished seeing that building, we noticed the building across the street which used to be Martinez was vacant, but there was not a for rent sign or anything. So we took a look at it, and we were like, oh, this is nice. I think this is the right size. We just have to find out about the rent. So we meet with the landlord the next day. He showed us around. He told us the rent, and we were sold. Like, it just you know when you had that feeling like,
yeah,
this is it. So we found a contractor. He started working on it. He did probably 60% of the job, and then of course he suddenly disappeared. No more. We were like, all right, let's do it. So it kind of like got really busy because at that time my brother and my mom had their jobs. I didn't have a job anymore, so I was kind of like fixing it myself with friends, my dad, whoever could bring hands on. So it was labor of love for sure, because we had to finish it by April to be ready to open, you know. Or no, actually by August. We got the rent in August, on April. So we had a great friend. He helped us a lot. He just like, hey, pay me whatever you can and feed me forever. I'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
He was like a great help and a blessing for us. He helped us a lot. With him and of course again like the family, we just finished everything. The tables. Another funny story about it is that those spools that we have as tables now, they were not planned at the beginning. We got this guy in California. I found him online, of course, and he had like tables made out of pallet wood.
Yeah.
They looked amazing. They were beautiful. So like, okay, let's order the tables. Okay, perfect. So it was, of course, it was taking a long time. I was like, hey, dude, when are they coming? Sorry, I'm gonna ship them tomorrow. I was like, oh, cool, thank you. He shipped them, and the tables were a mess. Like the worst job ever. Like they were unfinished. They had splinters. They didn't have legs.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
They were not complete. And of course, we were really pissed, and we had to open the next week.
And you get your money back, so you wasted probably thousands or something on that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of gave us some of our money back.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But still,
Still, it's, you already lost the contractor, then you buy tables, lose those too.
Yeah, man, it was crazy, and we had to finish everything for inspection for the week after. So I think I came up with the idea of the spools because I saw it somewhere, of course, and we just went all around town and to the electrical companies and like collect all those things. Locally, a friend of mine was working one of them, and he's like, "Yes, I have all this. You can have them all." I was like, "Thank you." So everybody was sanding, staining, getting it ready to go to roll for inspection. We pass it, so we were almost ready to open, but we ran out of budget. I was like, "What are we gonna do?" Luckily, my father has a super nice friend, and she's like, "Hey, whatever you need, let me know." And we needed money for the food.
Yeah, the people don't realize this takes a lot too. Like,
yeah. We that was all we needed. We had everything else ready, but we just needed the food. So she's like, "Here," She helps us a lot. We got the food, get everything ready. And on August 21st, 2015, that was our first day. It was supposed to be a soft opening, but the word spread around so quick.
Yeah.
And it just got so crazy because we opened and we had a system, but we had to adjust a lot of stuff. And luckily, most of the clientele that show up was friends and, of course, people that we already knew. So
right.
Like, they were.
So you weren't
patient.
leaving So you were working out the kinks and stuff.
Yeah, definitely for the first month. But that week was so busy that the whatever we spent on the remodeling of the restaurant and whatever the loan we got from our friend, we paid it back. It's like,
well, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is good. I think this is gonna be good. And from there, I think the restaurant industry is ever changing. First, you have to adapt to certain days of the week because sometimes they're slow. So you add stuff to make it more appealing for people. That's what we've done with almost every day of the week. Tuesdays we do ramen sometimes. Wednesdays we do burgers. Birria on Thursdays, and Friday and Saturday my brother usually creates an amazing special, and Sundays we have special brunch items, and it's always adapting to the times, I guess. Then 2020 hit, and it was crazy. We didn't know actually how it was gonna be for us, being really small business.
Yeah,
we were like, with a big question mark on our head. Luckily for us it was one of the best years because we had all the support from our customers. We switched things around, so sales went up. Like at the beginning we didn't have servers, But in 2020, to keep everybody separated, we turned into serving mode, and that was more comfortable for customers. So therefore, they got more food, they got more drinks, so sales went up. And you know, we have always been trying to stay trendy in the way that we bring food and great atmosphere, and always keep a good service with us, you know. We built a patio after the little temporary tent and patio that we had for the pandemic, the pandemic. I guess we needed to take it down like in 2021, but we kept it until 2022. So after that, we were lucky enough to build a patio, and for some reason that gave it another big push to.
Yeah, you have a nice, really nice patio. So as big as the restaurant, damn near.
Almost. Yeah. Half of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a good trip, man. It's been a good learning experience. I never stop learning. We always have to improvise in certain days. That's another big thing about the restaurant. Right now, I like working in a restaurant.
Yeah.
We are always thinking what else to do. Sometimes we have we're almost certain that we want to open a second location, but then Key Mexico keeps us really busy, or things happen that we had to come back and we had to stay there. Lately, it's been on talks that we want to open a second location in Longview, Texas.
That's a nice market.
Yeah. So we're on talks right now. We'll see what happens. We are preparing for it too, trying to build kind of like a plan to run a second Key Mexico exactly the same way.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And we're doing it right now.
Because that's always the biggest issue, right? Because you can't be in two places at once, and no matter how much you try to replicate the culture, if you're not touching that one, it's not going to be exactly the same, you know.
Yeah, that's the main.
And it's a different market too.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the main thing for us. The market, I think, just like we did here, people adapted to us.
Right.
I mean, of course, we have to probably do
some legwork,
certain changes. Yeah, but I think people can welcome us, or we can welcome them, and they could maybe don't like they see first, but if they give it a try, we can get them to like us.
That's what I like, because I remember when you guys first opened, I remember going there. I think I was still in oil and gas back then, so it was really, those are really closed-minded people, right? So it takes a little while. Like, I don't like all that stuff. I just want plain old tacos, or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't have chips and salsa with. It's different. Everything's authentic, but also unique. So going there, you're like, I don't know what to get. There's all these choices. I don't really know. I'm just used to the plain Jane Tex-Mex shit, And then after eating, it's just like, dude, everything is amazing. And then it just opens your mind and your palate up,
Yeah, and from from new people that come into the restaurant, probably 98% come back. Yeah, there's that 2% like, this is nasty or whatever.
Yeah, I can't ever see that happening.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but yeah, I guess, that's crazy.
I remember the first bad review we had on our first year. Like, I'm never gonna come back here. They don't have sweet tea. I'm like, oh, sorry. Yeah. And we just do things different. We don't have tea. We don't have any of the regular beer like Miller Lite, Bud Light, none of that. And of course, at the beginning, it was like, oh, they don't have that. They don't have my favorite stuff.
You don't have the shitty margarita. The shitty, syrupy, sweet, shitty margarita.
So, but we work them out. Like, hey, why don't you try this? And when they're open to try it, and they're like, oh, thank you. Yeah, that's great. So for us, that it's always a pleasure, and we're proud of it too.
What I like too is
change
you have
people's mind.
No substitutions.
Yeah,
this is how we make it. If I make it any other way, it may not taste how I want it to taste.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that because you're true to your craft. And if someone doesn't like it, that's fine, but at least try it this way. Like you can't have no jalapenos or whatever. No, it's, you get it how you get it, right? You know?
It's funny. Well, for us, it has never been the business part of it. It has always been the kitchen, the food part of it. We literally put a lot of passion into it. It sounds thrilled. It sounds like,
but that's very rare.
Yeah.
Because most people were the other way around. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Of course, we make it work.
Right.
Because we wouldn't be here. But for us, has always been the food part of it.
No shortcuts. No looking at the margins.
No, what is that? Yeah. So it's. I guess it worked out the way we're doing it right now. But one of the things that we're trying to do for, if we want to open a second location, is all that stuff, the business part of it, how to make it work, to make it profitable in somewhere else, but also bring in exactly the same vibe, the same flavor, and everything else that we do here to a second location.
Yeah.
So that's where we're focusing right now.
That's exciting, man. That's awesome to hear. And you have you said you're also, we talked a little bit before, you have Speakeasy. You guys opened up a little speakeasy? Yeah,
it's funny. When we acquired the office next door, we made the back dining room that we called, but we built a little bar because we were supposed to have private events there in that area, but it just doesn't work out whenever we book that room on the weekends. So we decided not to rent it anymore. But I hated to see that bar all abandoned, with just getting full of junk that, of course, we don't use, and just throw it in there. So I came up with the idea of the Speakeasy bar, but I wasn't doing it. I was just like leaving it on the back burner. And then one day, Bob Thames, my good friend, probably a lot of people know him, he's like, dude, let's open this bar right soon. I'm like, okay, let's do it. I guess I needed that push.
Yeah.
So we opened it on a Monday, the first time, just to see what happened, and it was great. And then I switched it to Fridays, only because I really want to have my Mondays off,
right?
Or sort of. But we started opening it late. It's been probably 5 or 6 weeks. We're starting. And it's been really good turnout. We're doing things a little different from the regular bar that we have. We're focusing on mezcales.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of kind of like tequila, but smokier.
Yeah.
A little harder to drink, but that's the point. We're trying to teach people how to do it, and how to enjoy it. And of course, if it's not for you, it's not for you. We have a different selection of wines that we don't have on the other bar. They're called pet nats. It's like a very old school way to do wine. They're effervescent, so meaning they're bubbly. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's the perfect blend between wine and a beer. They're really easy to drink, super tasty, refreshing. It's crazy how good they are. And a few friends and of course customers that show up for the Speakeasy bar, they're like, what is this? They're usually a beer drinking guys, but I give them a little taste, like, oh, this is really good. Now they go there whenever they go, and they get usually a bottle, and they share with friends and whoever is there, and they really enjoy it. We also have one cocktail, and we're working on a second one already.
What's that? What's the one? Is it a mezcal?
No, this is with tequila.
Oh, tequila. Oh, okay. What is it?
It's
that's my stuff.
It has the funniest name. It's called the Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
It's a reposado tequila.
Okay.
It has ginger honey. That's what we call it, Winnie the Pooh. A little bit of citrus and Topo Chico.
What type of reposado?
It's called Alto.
Okay, Alto. Yeah, Alto's good. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's a good baseline.
Yeah.
For a mixer.
Yeah. We play with different ones, and Alto was the one that worked out.
Yeah.
So that one is like, okay, you know, and it came out because I didn't know what to do. I was supposed to have like a different cocktails every Friday, and that day I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna come up with? So I had that honey that my friend gave me, and I just came up with it, and people enjoy it. So it's like, okay, cool. That's staying for
well, that's a good balance between a mezcal and that wine too. That's a kind of good middle of range. You know?
Yeah. We have a couple of beers too, Victoria and Don Pablo.
Of course, heck yeah.
Yeah, so we're making a good blend. Again, a little different from the other bar because we want to have a different vibe from a restaurant. We don't want a restaurant vibe. We want to have a bar or little chill speakeasy bar.
Yeah.
You know. So the plan is to open every Friday. I usually post stuff on Instagram on my personal page and my cousin's page and Kim Mexico's page, but on the stories, like if it's on, it's on. Meaning I have a bat sign.
Yeah.
If the light is on,
so you're just kind of soft opening right now and filling it out. And
I want to keep it kind of like soft. I don't want it like big.
Yeah, you don't want it to be I get that. You know.
So just to bring the right people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been opening every Friday, and hopefully soon we can do Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Same vibe. Maybe switch a little bit on Saturday. Maybe do a couple of like live music.
Yeah.
At night.
That'd be nice.
But I want to pick the right live music for that time. So we'll see.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll have to check it out, dude. I don't stay up that late anymore, though.
You know, I do work in a restaurant.
Yeah, working I do, but if I'm not working, I'm typically not. You know.
It's funny because when I'm working at the restaurant, you know, sometimes on Friday by 10 o'clock, I'm like falling asleep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm ready to go home. But then I get home and I'm like wide awake.
Yeah.
I'm like, ah. So another reason that I opened it late, it was like because I wanted to wind down and like let's just try, you know. I'm not losing anything.
Right.
It's right on at the restaurant. I'm not paying extra rent. Let's try it. And of course it worked out amazingly, and we're gonna stay there for as long as it's fun to open, and you know.
Yeah, I like the idea. No, that's awesome. That's good news. Yeah, no, we'll definitely come check it out. I'm usually got something on the smoker, so I just put something on a smoker, come there, have a drink, check it out, and then go back and handle my barbecue.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But no, dude, that's awesome. I think what you're doing is great, man. Like I said, we've known each other for a while now, but I get excited anytime anyone that I know is doing something, you know. And one thing too is like you have such a good reach in this community and abroad, like because I feel like. Not only because this show reaches more than just local, right? So like not only do you have a great following here, but you're a good destination for anyone coming out of town because you have such a unique flair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I know what you mean. And it's funny because I never thought about it. You know, whenever we opened the restaurant, we were just thinking what was happening at the moment. But I guess it was a natural reaction, I guess, because suddenly like, hey, I've been in all the places in the country eating Mexican food, and yours is like the best. I'm from LA. Even people from Mexico, they visit us, and they live there, but they visit. I'm like, dude, what is this? We don't have this in Mexico. I'm like, yeah, I know, and they are amazing, you know.
That's what when I try to explain it to, I can't really explain it. I'm just like, you just got to go try it. You know what I mean? Because I really don't know what to compare it to. You can't compare it to. You know, a Tex-Mex style restaurant. You can't really compare it to like your authentic, like a La Mexicana. Yeah. Like those are great, you know, but it's just different. It's different, right?
Yeah.
You know, and no, man, whatever you figured out, like it's. But also I feel like you have a really broad palette. Yeah. And then because you've been traveled everywhere, you're always going somewhere, and then also your brother's Cordon Bleu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like. Yeah. I feel like both of those together you're just a great mix of madness.
I think the main thing is that we like to eat.
Yeah.
We love to eat, so everywhere we go, we eat everything that we find. And yeah, we do get inspired from that. You know, my mom also has great creativity.
Yeah.
And of course, classic cuisine too. Sometimes she does the special on the weekend, and she brings like the hommiest plate ever, you know, like albondigas, the meatballs. on a chipotle tomato sauce, 2 of them, big ones, rice and beans, tortillas.
Damn, that sounds great.
Dude. One of my favorite dishes from her.
And you have handmade tortillas?
No.
You don't?
Not yet.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. We
well, whatever ones you're using are great.
yeah. We of course we always worry about the quality of our products.
Yeah.
And in the future, if we get more space in the kitchen, that will be one of our things to do, making our own tortillas, flour and corn.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we just pick good stuff.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, I couldn't tell the difference, to be honest. So
yeah, but that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, well, what's next, man? And also, we got to talk about cars and trucks, because every time I turn around, you're buying something and selling something. You're kind of like me. I can't keep up.
The main thing I want to open a second location is because I want more trucks.
What do you have right now?
I have a 1955 International pickup truck.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
You have that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one was a stock one, but my friend Johnny Oates helped me pimp it a little bit. I found a 355 Chevy engine with a 350 transmission and a fuel-injected system, and he put it there. He dropped it. We put bigger wheels and tires, and that's it. Safety, for these brakes around.
Yeah, you gotta have that on anything old like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and right now that's how it sits right now. It runs really good. It's a lot of fun. We love it, and I just got a 1989 F-250 single cab.
Is it diesel or gas?
Just gas.
Is four-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's very crusty.
It's a bull nose, like the
No, brick nose.
Not brick nose. Brick nose. Yeah. Because the lights changed in '87, right? 86,
yeah. 86 was the last bull nose.
Right, and then it changed to the brick nose.
So which I love the brick noses. They're very special to me because my very first car was a 1989 Bronco.
I had an 87
really?
Bronco. Yeah, same body style. It was black XLT with red interior. Dude, I missed that thing. It was awesome.
Mine was a custom, so it was bench seat on the front, 5-speed.
Oh, nice.
I loved it.
Nice.
I took that thing everywhere, and I hated that I sold it. But I messed up on there. Luckily, I made up for it, and now I have a 1981 Bronco. I got it in November. But I put it on the shop. They were going through the whole mechanicals, like gaskets, all that stuff.
Oh, so you're keeping this one?
I think so.
Nah, you're not gonna.
Nobody believes
me
anymore.
You're like me, bro. You're like me. Every time I turn around, I'm like, what is he getting? Because I'm kind of stalled out right now with the. I'm still doing that Toyota build, and then I have the Jeep that I'm probably gonna get rid of soon. But that
Toyota's nice.
I love. Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, I love it.
But it's something. It's just like food, I guess. It's.
Yeah.
You mess with it until you get it right, and then it's on to the next one, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get bored of my C10. I love that one, the orange, but I always get the itch for something else.
Yeah.
That's what
it's not like you can't have them all, right? You don't have room, you don't have time, money. It's like
that's what I was talking
about.
The
wife kill you. It's like you can't. You gotta get one of these if you want another one.
I think that's the main reason.
No, that's one of my reasons.
So that's what I was kind of joking and not about opening a second location, so I can have a little extra money to play with, and of course get another car. Right now, I'm really wanting an 80s Porsche, but right now, of course, that's too far.
Yeah, those are. Whew.
Yeah.
But man, there's something about those too. Those things.
Yeah, and they just keep popping on my Instagram. It seems like, of course, they know what I like, and they just keep popping there, and it's like, oh man, that's
a big shift. But what I like about you is you have a wide. Just like your food, you have a wide palette for tastes of vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm the same way. Like, there's some guys that they're just Jeep guys. Or there's some guys that are just Ford or they're just C10, or just whatever, and I'm not that way. And I see the same thing in you. It's just like you appreciate for what it is, and you kind of put your flair on it.
Yeah. I just like everything that, it doesn't matter the brand.
Yeah.
If it's cool for me, I like it a lot. And if I could, or if I really want one, if I could, I would buy one.
What are you doing with the '89 with the F-250? What are you gonna do with it?
Well, right now, not much. It's actually it's very faded on the paint. The hood is rusted out. It's not rusted through. It's just rusted.
Right.
And the paint is fading a lot. But when I bought it, it came with come with mud tires, which perfect. And I just basically fix a couple of things like the gasket, one of the gaskets, and the gas tank. I just installed a new sound system, or my friend did, and tinted the windows, and call it a day.
Okay.
That's it.
So you're just gonna bump around on that one then?
Yeah, that's it. Maybe later when I finish those tires, put wider and chunkier tires.
Yeah.
And maybe a 2-inch lift. But that's it. I really love the way it drives. It has brand new AC system that the previous
That was the only thing that was bad about those. The only thing, dude.
It's always bad.
That all those like it was the worst. So yeah, you updated that. That thing, that in the hubs.
Yeah.
Get ready for the hubs. Like,
okay.
But I mean, that's not bad though. It's just those hubs. Is it auto locking or manual?
Manual.
Okay, yeah. So those aren't that. I had the autos, but either way, dude, it's not. You just pop them off, swap it out. It's not that bad. But you'll see if you drive it enough.
Yeah.
I had the worst time with those, especially in the F-150, and I had some problems with the F-250, but it was a 96, so it may not be that issue on that one. But
yeah, I'm not sure. But I'm not planning to taking it like very wild.
Right.
Road.
Right. Yeah.
I really want to find a patch of mud and just have
break it in a little bit.
Yeah. And the Bronco, again, I just got it back. That one I'm gonna do a little more stuff to it. I bought some wagon wheels. I'm gonna powder coat them, probably gold. Put really big tires.
Oh hell
on
yeah!
it, lift it a couple inches. Put some kind of like retro stickers, not stickers. How do you call it? Wrap.
Oh, like what color is it?
It's copper.
So you're gonna do like the orange and the yellow or something?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, yeah.
Something like that. If I can find the right combination.
Yeah.
The interior is pretty nice. Probably again put another sound system, and that's it. I kind of wanna. I give them my own touch, but not. I don't go to
right.
extreme.
I've noticed that you're not completely like restoring them to original or whatever like that.
Or like put in a lot of modern stuff. No, just like enough, for me.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy with.
I appreciate that. Yeah, because I mean, really, it's like you can go. That's what sucks on those things is you can go as far as you want, and the deeper you get in, the less you're going to get back out of it. You know what I mean? It's like you could put 20 grand in one and hope to get that back, and then you just go to the next level, and it's like, okay, man, we're getting all the way down to the frame now. You're never going to get this money back.
And sometimes they get useless,
Yeah.
Like, let's say my F-250, I put like 22-inch rims and tires and 6 or 10-inch leaf.
No, yeah.
It's useless now.
Yeah.
It's show truck, but...
Yeah, but
I really want... I that's another thing I really like to use my vehicles. Like,
so
I try to rotate
functionality. You're worried about functionality and want it to look the way you want it to look.
Yeah. So that's what I like, original paint, not pristine paint, because I wouldn't like to drive it all over the place. It's like, it would be like, oh no, I'm gonna scratch it. But the ones that I have is like, they already wore out, so I don't mind much if they get an extra scratch or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, cars have always been my passion since I was a kid. I learned to drive at 12 in a 67 Rambler.
Nice.
That we had for a while. So from there, it has always been like, my passion. And if I would have more free time, probably I would work more on them myself.
That's where I'm at too. It's like there's stuff I want to do, and then there's boxes piling up. I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have space. I hate to pay someone to do this because I really enjoy doing it myself. But sometimes I'm just like, okay, shit, I got to get this exhaust system on, or it's like I got to get this, like these lower control arms or something like that. I just don't have time to do.
Yeah, me too. Before we got really busier, and before I had my first kid, I was like all in, like when we bought a house with my wife, she's like, oh, I love the house. Like, okay, you can keep the house, give me the garage. Okay, deal. Cool. So, I spent a lot of time there with some friends or by myself, just fixing stuff. Whenever I get a chance, and if there's something that I can do that it's not gonna take a long time, I'll do it, and I really enjoy it. You know,
Yeah.
It's for me, it's relaxing.
Yeah.
This stress me, even though whenever you try to put something on, sometimes like, you're like,
Or trying to get that
what's
bolt
the-
out that's never been undone in 30 years. Like,
Or when
and
you
then you
see
have to
video-
cut it and then tap into it.
Or
Oh,
when you
God.
see videos of like how to do it, like, oh, it's really easy,
Oh, yeah.
guys. Look,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
No, it's never that easy. Or you don't have a lift, so you're up under there trying not to drop it on you, and then get your fingers. And yeah,
Or you don't have the right tools or
Oh,
the
that's
right
the worst
parts, and
thing,
you have
yeah.
to do like store runs, like run to the store 2-3 times while you're doing that single job.
Yeah.
You know, it's always. But at the end of the day, for me, it's like it's funny and it's like relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, this is stress.
that's like anything old. It's like the truck's in great shape, but I drove it today because the other truck's getting well, I'm leveling the front of it, right now. So like, I drove it today, and I haven't driven it in 4 or 5 months. Well, I'll move it, but I haven't driven it anywhere. So like, I drove it today. Well, it's hot. Well, the AC is not blowing hot. I'm like, son of a bitch. The Freon's leak, because it's one of those things, but it has like a slow leak. So stopped at the parts store, dropped a can of Freon in it. And we're good to go now. Just shit like that, dude.
But yeah, that's cool. That's easy fix. Like
Yeah, that's easy,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's not always that way.
No,
but
it's not
fortunately, I've replaced the whole system. There's still some minor leaks somewhere, and I'm like, once a year I'll put a can in, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to try to track it down. You know
as
what I mean?
long as it lasts like a while, it's okay.
It lasts a while. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
very slow leak. I mean, it'll last a whole season. You won't have to put another one in it. So.
Yeah, I fixed the AC on the Bronco too because I want to drive that one too.
Yeah, dude. Those Ford AC systems, God, they were the worst, dude. The evaporator cores were bad about going out, and then the compressors, like those. I just remember everyone I had issues with the AC on those.
I think the guy that had the F250 before me, he upgraded, so it's
Okay.
a better one. I
Yeah,
hope so,
yeah.
because I totally understand that I've had a couple of Broncos, a couple of F250s, and all of them like, oh shit, of course,
No AC, yeah.
Or randomly comes on and like, oh yeah, and then never mind.
Yeah, or only at one speed it works.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, just always something, dude.
Or
But no,
the defroster doesn't work.
yeah,
it doesn't defrost.
yeah,
But yeah, so far it's working great.
that's good,
Let's
dude.
keep it that way.
Well, what else? Anything else you got going on? Anything you want to mention or anything before we close up?
No, I just want to say like I'm very thankful to all my customers and friends that have always support us through these times, through the good, through the bad, and for us, it's always again very rewarding to hear how good we are. That people telling us you have the best restaurant in town, and all those kind and good words. I'm never gonna get tired of listening to them. They can tell me as many times as they need, but that keeps us going. That keeps us propelling to the next thing, to keep Mexico fun, bring new stuff, new ideas to the table, because people now trust us with anything.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to have that kind of customers where like, hey, just bring me the soup. I don't care what it is. I know you do soup of the week, and you change it every week. So just bring it. I don't care. Or bring me the special. Don't tell me what it is. Just bring it to me.
Yeah, that's when you know you've made it. You know what I mean? That's
when-
really is, because their trust is in you, and they trust you.
Yeah. Next year is gonna be our 10th anniversary as
Hell yeah.
a restaurant.
You gonna do something big?
Definitely.
Hell yeah,
Definitely.
dude.
Yeah, we're doing a smaller party for our 9th anniversary in August, but next year should be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Our 10th anniversary.
So everyone can find out. You're on Facebook, Instagram.
Yes, we don't have a website yet.
Yeah. And your merch. Your merch is legit too. I gotta get some new merch from you. I need to come see you.
Yeah, I have to thank that to my friend, super best friend, Kyle Hadley.
Shout out Redwood.
Yeah, yes, of course.
He did the logo for the business. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
dude. He's awesome.
Yeah. He, we have fun putting together the whatever art we want to put on T-shirts or whatever. So it's always a great time with him, and we became really good friends, and we hang out whenever we can. So
Hell yeah.
man.
Awesome. Well, that's a wrap, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Till
for having
next
me.
time, bro.
Yes.
Great time.
All right, buddy.